Yo, what's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. As you guys probably know, I have people sleeping in this house right now, so I'm going to be whispering as best as I can. But you can see that we just formed this data low here on NQ. Oh, I hate how laggy this is right now. Why is it so laggy? Let me exit out of some stuff. Maybe that'll help. Not really, it's still lagging out like crazy. Let me check something quick. Right. So I don't see anything just yet, guys. Obviously, we're inversing this. We did come down to the low of the hourly fair value gap. So you can see on the hourly that we bounced perfectly out of the hourly and the 15. There's also a 15-minute fair value gap. You can see that right here that we bounced out of. And what this looks like to me is that we're going to come up and take out the previous day's high. And then maybe we take out the data low, or hopefully we take the data low out first, and then we get the long setup. But I don't see that happening just yet. We're getting rejected from a 2-minute fair value gap. You guys can see that right now. But there's not really anything good to short, unfortunately. So I'm not really going to be able to take anything here. On the 5-minute, no, we don't have anything on the 5 either. Yeah, guys, there's nothing to take here, unfortunately. So we're just going to have to wait. There is a tiny 1-minute fair value gap right here, but I don't really like it too much, so. Now, if we get this 1-minute, guys, this is actually not bad to take for a long, but we haven't gotten the 1-minute fair value gap yet. It forms in less than a minute. Now, the more that it does this, the less I like it, right? I don't want to see it wick up into here. I'd rather see this section hold. Yeah, so see, we can't use it anymore. On the 30-second, this might be a good fair value gap, but on the 1-minute, it is not. Wow, huge push there. Okay, so we just formed equal highs on NQ right there. And we just took them out. Okay, well, this is a huge push, guys, and there's nothing I can do about it. Again, there's absolutely no setup here. If we inverse this 3-minute, then I don't think that would be a too bad of a setup back to the highs. Right, but for now we're just using it to rebalance and potentially go down. Okay, so we potentially have a 1-minute to inverse here to go down. So if we can close below this, guys, I don't think this is half bad. We took out buy side liquidity. right? So if we are able to close below this, stop loss would be a close back below, take profit would be down at the data lows. I don't think this is a bad setup. So if you guys were to take this, wow, I think it's gonna give it to us without us. It's gonna go without us, unfortunately. So we still haven't taken out the low here. This is a tricky one for sure. But we still didn't take out this low. So my thinking is that we come up here and we close, hopefully below the fair value gap on the 1, and then we can take it short. Wow, this is a really tough one, guys. I'm not sure if I like it, to be honest. I mean, we came down, we're closing below it. I want to see what this next couple candles does. Not a huge fan of this 1 minute close. I mean, it looked good, but now this immediate bullish candle here makes it look not as good to me. Okay, so if you took that short, your stop should be to break even now. And you should allow it to just run down to this low. I don't know, for some reason I didn't like that. Kashits, hello. What's up, Kashits? Good morning, Kay. So if you guys just saw this, this was a 1 minute short. I called it, but I didn't really like this reaction. So I avoided the trade. But I do still think that it's possible that this low hits. It's the data low that just formed, guys, from unemployment claims, right? This was this 8:30 news that I'm telling you guys about when we have a red folder news. Typically we'll come down, we take out a high, and then we can go back to the low, or if we create a wick to the upside, it's the exact opposite trade. But yeah, this I think will come down and take out this low now, if I had to guess. But it's really not a good idea to short at all-time highs. And yeah, I just didn't like, I liked it initially, but this next candle, it kind of like freaked me out. I don't know. Again, guys, I'm being very cautious about shorting at all-time highs, but in practice, in theory, this is a short setup. Okay, your stop is a close back above the 1 minute IFEG, and then your take profit is here. But if you enter this trade, your stop should be at break even already because the first internal low hit. Does that make sense? For K, I know that you're watching this and trying to understand. So the entry was here, stop loss was to break even when this low hit, and now we basically get to watch it go down here. If you guys want to take a partial midway through, like right here, you can, in case it reverses right here. Okay. So we're about to hit the data lows. And boom. All right, great trade. Again, I didn't like it personally, but it's actually not bad at all. So I want to see if we have any equal lows or anything down here. I know we have some from yesterday, right, that I pointed out to you guys. All of these down here are equal lows. bunch of them. And this red line, what was this red line on the hourly? Give me a second, guys. Oh, okay, so this was actually an internal high, so we'll delete that. But yeah, so that was a decent trade, guys. Again, I did not take that personally, but it really wasn't that bad. It's possible that we come down to this low. It's possible. Let me look at the 15 quick. Yeah, so there's not really anything that's telling me this is an A plus short now. Let's look at the 30. On the 30-minute, we have a tiny fair value gap right here paired with an OB. So it's possible that this is going to be the spot that we bounce out of. So watch for a very bullish reaction out of this. If this 1 minute inverses, guys, if this 1 minute inverses, I think it's a decent short, but I would move my stop to break even quickly because this is a protected high, right? Yeah, I don't know if I like the longs either right now. Because you guys see how we made a high that took out a previous high that was trading out of a bearish fair value gap. This to me is not bullish, right? So even if we were to inverse this 1 minute, I don't think that this would take us up to this high. I think we'd probably have a manipulation like first, and then we would go up. So this is what I'm talking about with my model. It's nuanced. There's different things that you have to take into account that basically give me the thesis on whether or not I should take the trade. Can't believe Bitcoin's at 103,000, guys. I am made so much money on Bitcoin, it's ridiculous. And if you guys were in the Discord, you would know that I'm in from below 54,000. I added at 54, 51, and I believe 49. But we were adding at sell side liquidity. I kind of wish I took this short now, but again, you can't just like short because we're at all-time highs. You can't just short. But this is actually pretty darn nice. You guys see that? And now do you understand why this is not an A plus long now? So we had the short. And do you guys understand why this is not an A plus long? Okay, we basically are rejecting, if you guys look at the 2 minute, we're rejecting from a bearish PD array. And now this high to me is a protected high, meaning that we swept liquidity and we shouldn't come back to this high. This should be the start of an intraday sell model. That's what I'm anticipating here. Because if this 1 minute inverses, I mean, we're probably going to rebalance this 1 minute PD array, but it's still unlikely that we come all the way back up to this high. It's protected now because it swept a internal high and it's rejecting a bearish PD array. So I hope that makes sense. So I will study this if we get it. If we don't get it, whatever, but I won't take this on a live account. Today is a live trading day. But yeah, I will not take this on a live account. By the way, guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Okay, so you can see we're completely disrespecting the... Oh, let me check the new week opening gaps, guys. We're completely disrespecting the 30, which tells me we're probably going to go down to this low, if I had to guess. The 30-minute candle closes at 9 o'clock, so in 10 minutes. And we just touched midnight. Okay, so the next 10-minute candle is going to be pretty important, guys. Right? Why is the next 10-minute candle going to be important? Because it's basically going to close the 30-minute. Right? Because the 30-minute closes in 10 minutes, 9 minutes now, if you notice. That is going to signal to me that we probably at least go to this internal low right here. So if we mark this out in black, this is where the market should go now. So from here, it is only 8 points. Wow. So unfortunately, we're not going to get an entry on the 30-minute. I mean, I would never take an entry on the 30. I'd wait for a 1 minute. But if you see, now that we've closed below this, or we're about to close below it, this low should hit. Oh. Oops. Oh, and I just missed this, guys. If you notice here, there were equal lows. I didn't see this, but we just hit them, and we're immediately getting a bullish reaction. But this was definitely a good target for this short. Let's make sure there's none others while we're here, just in case. Yeah, I don't see any other equal lows, guys. But those were a pretty good target. Okay, so pretty nice reaction here. I don't like this huge volume imbalance, which we just filled. You guys see how we're entering the volume imbalance here? This is a pretty bullish reaction, I'm not going to lie, but... Wow, this is crazy bullish. If we close above this 2 minute, guys, you can try it. We did sweep more liquidity now, which I like. But this is a protected high, so I don't know. I don't think this is really that great. What do you guys think? Would you take this IFEG setup? I would really wait for the 3 if you're going to try this. I mean, this is super bullish, but like... Yeah, guys, I'm torn on this one. I'm really torn. Like, do you see this immediate bullish reaction after sweeping this low? Man, such a tough call. Right before market open. Well, we still have 30 minutes till market open. I mean, you could try waiting for the 5 too. I think I would only take this if the 5 closed above. And the only reason I'm considering this, guys, is because we are at all-time highs, and typically we just keep making new highs. And this would be the target right here. Damn, this looks so good. This looks really good. We need to see the close, obviously, and that happens in a minute. Less than a minute. On the 5. Damn. Guys, if you want to take a long, you could try this, but I'm hesitant again. I want to see the 5-minute close above. And again, because this is a protected high, I'm a lot more cautious with the setup. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. This is not, to me, this is not A+. And again, I've been telling you guys this is a protected high. It is all-time highs in the market, so it's probably going to work, but not the biggest fan. Again, your entry would have been here on this candle. I personally would have moved my stop to break even already and take a partial at this high and then leave the rest up to the high of yesterday. Just be super careful, guys, because again, this is a protected high right now. The 5-minute closes in 2 minutes, so we still have that. We need to wait for, really. Okay, you see this? Look at that. Look how we wicked, and now it looks like we're going to reject. So we're going to wait for this 5-minute candle to close and see what happens. But this could easily be a manipulation candle. But wow, look at this, guys, how we're reacting from the 30-minute. So the 30-minute held. That is wild. So if this 5-minute closes above, guys, I mean, you can try it, but just know that you will there's a possibility you're going to get smoked on the trade. We're in heavy premium. It's not A+. Okay, guys, I am not going to take this on my live account. I will just watch it. If this 5-minute closes above, it's not for me. "30 seconds till the close. "15 seconds. Okay, there's the close. So in theory, guys, this should deliver us up here, but again, because it's a protected high, I'm not a huge fan of it. We also have a tiny 1 minute fair value gap here, guys, just letting you know that we just rejected from. Right, if we draw it out in time, it's right here. Why are you not taking a short? What do you mean, Kay? Where's the short? You guys see how we rejected from this woman at FEG? Like an all-time high, it should correct itself. It depends, Kay. So I tend not to take shorts, especially the first few days after we make all-time highs, because normally we get continuation higher. And I showed you guys this the other day, right? But I've drawn the Fibonacci's from this last consolidation leg. And right now we're trading right above. So we have the 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5 standard deviations. Typically, we don't get reversals until the 4.5 standard deviation of the last consolidation leg. So in this case, you can draw it from here, or you can draw it from this internal high, which means we haven't even reached the 2.5 of that consolidation leg, but I draw it from this last high to low. So I don't really like to short at all-time highs until we get a full move of the standard deviation leg, and then we potentially get corrections. So, yeah. Can I look at Bitcoin? Bitcoin is hitting 104,000. It looks like we're consolidating to potentially go higher. But again, guys, I mean, I don't trade Bitcoin. I don't think that crypto is great to trade. I think it's good to hold. So if you're trading it, best of luck to you. But I think Bitcoin is the type of thing that I would just buy and I would hold it. Not now, not at all-time highs, but that's my opinion on that. So if you guys really want to try along, you can try it from this bullish fair value gap. I'm not going to take this because, again, we're getting a rejection. We have a protected high. But in theory, this should work up to hourly buy side. So realistically, guys, I don't know if I'm gonna take anything before market open. There's nothing that I see here that's A+. If you guys want to take a long and risk it here, you're welcome to. I'm not. but you guys can do what you want. I do want to show, ooh, yeah, very bullish reaction here. If we get a 1 minute close above this, guys, I think it'll probably work to the upside now. But even though this is a protected high, this is the last PD array that's holding down price. Let me look at Nike quick. So this is one that I pointed out yesterday on X. We have this bull flag that was forming on the daily. And it looks like we're very close to breaking out of this. Let me get rid of the volume profile tool. So this looks like a really nice bull flag, and it looks like we're going to potentially break out of this to the upside. We have a gap fill on the, oh, that's the 4-hour chart, sorry. We have a gap fill on the daily here, and we have one up here. So I want to see both of these get filled. So if you guys are looking for a swing trade, I don't think Nike's half bad. Your stop on the trade would be a close, probably, I would put your stop down here at 75, and I would hold it up to at least 90. So do what you want with that information. I think that's a great swing trade. I already alerted my Nike ads, I think, in the Discord. If not, I will go and add them today. But I think that's going to be a great trade in the future. If not today, if you guys want to add it. And K, going back to what you said, it's at all-time highs, it should correct itself. That's a mistake a lot of traders make. When we're at all-time highs, typically, guys, we just keep going up. It's very, very rare that we get corrections in the market. So just a heads up. Again, until we complete a full buy model, which in this case is up to the 4.5 standard deviation at 21,732.25. Yeah, a lot of big mistake a lot of traders make. You know how many friends I have? Not that many that trade stocks, but a lot of them that do. They see all-time highs and they're like, "Oh, let's short the market, and they all get smoked. Always happens, but they don't day trade. A lot of them just buy options that are like longer dated, a month out or so. So he'll buy puts, and then they just get smoked because the market just keeps inching higher and higher and higher. Theta decay wrecks them, and their premium gets destroyed. So you guys have to be super careful. I mean, shorting intraday is a different story, obviously, but it's still, you're still gonna, I mean, you're always gonna have more likelihood of succeeding if you long the markets. Okay, 75% of the time the market is going up. Only 25% of the time the market goes down. So 3 out of 4 trading days are going to be bullish. Now, that doesn't mean you can't scalp a short intraday, right? That's a little bit different. But you still have to be very careful, especially on the days where we make all-time highs. The market just tends to keep going up and up and up. Okay, so if we close above this 1 minute, guys, I think that the market will probably deliver us up to this next high. Again, I'm a little bit cautious because this should be a protected high. So if we just close above it, that tells me that we're just probably ultra bullish. We just formed triple equal highs here, guys. Just a heads up. Yeah, these triple high equal highs look a little bit suspect to me. We're forming them in the premium of a range with a protected high above it. There is a possibility that this could be the high of the day, possibly. Again, with all-time highs, I'd be very cautious with that, but it is possible here that we hold these and that we have an intraday sell program. Wow, look at that. I think we're coming back down to this low right now. This looks really good for a quick short, guys. I'm going to scalp this. So my buyback is going to be at these lows. I know this is risky, but I'm willing to take the risk on it. I'd rather not see the market even come back here, so. Okay, guys, this is a very small scalp. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. All right, so that was a stop out. Damn, that looks so good for a short. I'm a So you guys see why we don't short at all-time highs? It's probably still gonna work, but yeah, try it one more time, guys. Stop loss will be at this high. Okay, I'm going to move my stop to break even very quick on this once that internal low hits. Again, guys, these are very small scalps. I just have a feeling that this low is going to hit, and that we're going to leave these equal highs until market open. They're just like 1-to-1 scalps. Well, okay, so there's the equal highs, guys. I didn't think they would hit, to be honest, but that was a silly scalp. Shouldn't have taken it. And now we are getting a 1-minute inverse, so if you guys want to try along, this internal high should hit. But I can't take that. It's a protected high. We swept equal highs. It's just not A+. Wow, my stomach is growling. Okay, my stop is at break even on this trade. If it's gonna dump, I want to see a dump on this candle. And my take profit will be at this low. Okay, so stop to break even on that one. Again, guys, these are just like scalps based on screen time. But that was a break even stop, so there's no A+ model right now. I just think that this low is going to get hit before we continue higher, if we're going to. It's funny because when I do these 5:30 a.m. streams, there's very few people that show up, which is interesting. I mean, listen, you'd think the traders were hungry. I mean, also, I'm not the most popular stream yet, but you'd think that the ones that do watch the streams would come for some of the best setups. I mean, this was really good, but I didn't take it again because I don't like shorting at all-time highs, but I still think it was a decent setup to data lows. But sometimes the cleanest setups happen at 5:30 in the morning, and a lot of people just don't stay up, and I don't know why. They don't wake up for it. Guess they're not hungry enough. Okay, guys, 5 minutes till market open, so we're gonna sit and wait until market open. We're not taking any more trades until then. Whew. And hopefully we'll get a big boy setup during the day. Ooh, see you guys. Oh, it's so annoying. I knew the low was gonna hit. I just got it wrong. I got the scalp wrong, unfortunately. That is really annoying. Okay, guys, so again, we have 4 minutes till market open. I normally don't take a trade, like a real trade, until 15 minutes after market open. And again, right now we are balancing this 1 minute fair value gap. We do what I thought was a protected high was up here, but it looks like it's not going to be protected. It might be. We'll see when market happens, when market opens. We did have a 5 minute IFVG here that seems to be working. Your stop to break even should be at this high right here. And then we should go higher. We have this hourly high right here that we're looking to target. But yeah, we'll see what market open gives us. We might just completely push all the way up. It might reject here after sweeping this high. So keep that in mind, right? We have this internal high right here. But there is no setup right now, in my opinion. Now there is this 5-minute fair value gap that did inverse, right? But I'd be very cautious about longing here. Okay, so we just swept the protected high. That's super interesting. Normally this is protected, guys, so the odds of this hitting are rather rare, in my opinion, especially when we're rejecting from a bearish PD array. But it worked today. Well, there's nothing you can do sometimes. Sometimes the market doesn't follow your rules. So we have a 2 and a 3-minute fair value gap here. But yeah, sometimes when the market's at all-time highs, we don't tend to follow bearish principles and we just keep going up. So it is what it is, right? So there's really nothing for me here, guys. We did have this 3-minute inverse, but again, I didn't like this protected high, so I didn't take this. But you can see here that it worked perfectly. And now it looks like we're inversing this 3. Market opens in just 2 minutes. So keep that in mind. But this is previous all-time highs, and we will probably hit this today just based on the fact that we are at all-time highs. If we get a 1-minute setup after, so if we sweep this internal buy side, and then we get a 1-minute setup, we can try it. But again, I'm hesitant to long in premium with this 3-minute IFEG. We could just easily reject here. So it's just a very tough spot to be in. I don't see anything that's really A+. Market opens in a minute, so I wouldn't be surprised if we just get a huge push up. But again, there's no setup there for me. If you're in this 3-minute fair value gap, your stop. Did this form equal lows? No, it didn't. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me check. Ooh, so we did form equal lows here. Okay. We did form equal lows. But there's not really any obvious 1-minute fair value gaps to take us down. So yeah, this looks like it's just gonna push higher, right? Okay, guys. Market just opened. We have a set of equal lows here that can potentially get swept, but there is no setup here, so I can't take it. But they'll probably hit. Let me look at the 3. So the 3-minute did close above here. So technically this is a 1-minute IFEG, but we did sweep the high. So now this trade is invalid. I would not be in this anymore. We formed another set of equal lows on the 1-minute here. And there we go. We swept it. Wouldn't be surprised to see these now. And there's the equal lows. We traded into a bullish PD array here. If we can inverse, well, if we make a 1-minute inverse here, I don't think this is a half bad long. But we did sweep all-time highs already, so it's a little bit more tough to do. But yeah, guys, I can already see this. This is not good price action for me. Not good PA. But watch how we go all the way up to all-time highs again. Yeah, you see guys, there's no way to catch this, unfortunately, but we're gonna have to wait for more price action here before we take any trades. Ooh, Celsius is pushing. I like that. But yeah, guys, this is such hard PA to trade. Wow, Tesla's ripping, guys. 365 on the day. That's crazy. Up like 700 on the day off of that. Wild. So guys, there's absolutely nothing here. I wouldn't even think about taking a trade. There's just no setup. I can't believe Tesla's almost at 400, guys. I mean, we still got $35 to go, but like, just wait for this Nike breakout too. That's going to be so nice. If you guys are looking for a swing trade, I called this earlier in the live stream, but we have this bull flag forming out of bouncing. We're bouncing out of a 3-month fair value gap. Bull flag, we have an internal high here. We have a gap and this gap fill. I'm looking for at minimum this gap fill at 90.62. So probably a fill would be 93.77. So, but I would honestly look for higher. I want Nike back in the 140s. So I'm going to probably hold this as a long-term hold. But if you're looking for a swing trade, stop would be at 75, take profit at 93. But let me just look at Tesla quickly, because there is nothing right now on NQ, so I can't take any trades there. 366, wild. Like, look at this on the month. This is gonna break out to all-time highs, no doubt in my mind. We have 3 sets of highs here. 1, 2, 3. Label these equal highs. So 384, 402, and 414.50 are coming next, guys. Okay, let's go back to NQ. Look at this, guys. There's nothing. You can't trade this. Like, anyone who tells you this is tradable is not. I mean, they're BSing. There's nothing here. Okay, we did have this really nice short in the morning, but again, I don't like to short at all-time high, so I didn't take it. We did have a pretty good long, but I didn't like that this was a protected high, so unfortunately, I didn't take either of them. But it is what it is. You're not going to win every single day. And if you're not comfortable with the setup, it's better just to not take it than to try it and lose. Now, I did try a scalp, which was probably not the smartest thing to do, but it is what it is. Again, there were small scalps. It wasn't like a full-size trade, but it did end up tallying to like $200 of loss in this account. So again, one trade will easily make up a $200 loss, so I'm not concerned about 2 scalps, but there was no setup. Sometimes I still do things that I shouldn't do, guys. I'm not perfect, right? I do obviously do small size on things that I speculate on, but if you are not a profitable trader, it's not advisable to be doing that. Okay, I'm confident in my abilities and my model, so that when it does happen, I can easily come back from a tiny loss or 2 tiny losses. But for me, you know, a $200 loss is a small loss. For somebody else, it can ruin your day. So you have to be very aware of what your situation's like, how far you are in your trading, how confident you are with controlling your emotions. All of those things are super important. But at market open here, you can see, I mean, these two were decent setups, but now look at this price action. Like, what are you trying to get out of this? Let's see how crazy how hard Tesla's pushing right now, guys. I think we might even hit the 380s today. How far are we from the 380s? 4%? Maybe not. I think we'll probably hit 370 today. I mean, we might have a miraculous time where we have a huge day, but who knows? Disney's pushing. Celsius is pushing nicely. I like that reaction at open. Yeah, guys, if this can hold on the 4-hour, this closes at 12 o'clock. So we have a ways to go until the 4-hour closes, but we should have a very nice reaction on Celsius if so. Let me put ASML on the screen. This is another one I really like. We've been adding in the community. Huge push today, guys. Wow. I am up like 12% on this trade in a matter of 1, 2, 3 weeks. That is awesome to see. Yeah, guys, look at this. This is disgusting. Okay, there's no fair value gaps forming. There's tons of wicks. Anyone who's trying to trade this, you lost your mind. Like, you're going to get smoked. There's nobody who's trading this right now is making money. I'm telling you right now. Like, do you guys see this PA? Do you see all these wicks? This is a sign of a no trade. Like, a red flag, alert, alert, alert. Do not take anything here. There's no model coming. It's just very, like, I wouldn't say lackluster. It's volatile, but there's nothing forming. This is a 1-minute chart, right? So this is like the smallest time frame I use, and there's still not any fair value gaps forming. Complete garbage. Yeah, so we really want to see this 4-hour candle hold on Celsius. How's gold doing? Gold, we're obviously rejecting from a weekly fair value gap. This could go down further, not gonna lie. We do have some sell side down here that we could potentially target on gold. I think these are equal lows too. Let's see, the low here was 22,350. Low here, 2,349. So it actually did sweep this low, so it's not technically an equal low, but yeah, gold looks like we could potentially reject from this weekly fair value gap right here. You can see we came up into it and we've rejected, so this low is a suspect to me. Potential that we can hit this in the future, especially with Bitcoin ripping. It's possible that gold sells off. We'll see though. What else do I want to put on the charts here? Wow, Tesla's at 368, guys. This is wild. I'm now up over $1,000 on the day on Tesla. But yeah, guys, sometimes you just gotta sit because this is not PA that you want to be trading on, right? Really bad PA. Hopefully, so this is one other lesson I want to teach you guys, okay? If the AM session is bad in price action, typically the PM session is good. So on a day like today, where this AM session is trading like butthole, sorry for the the language, but on a day like this where the PA in the morning sucks, typically after lunch you get a really good setup. So we'll be patient, guys, and wait. I'll probably stay on stream for quite a while today. But you definitely don't want to be trading this price action. But it definitely, typically you get a really good PM session if the AM session is bad. Does that make sense? If the AM session looks like this, typically we get consolidation, some kind of manipulation move, and then we get a great distribution leg in the PM session. So always remember that, guys. If the morning is shit, then the afternoon is typically good. So yeah, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna make some coffee. But just like pay attention to this price action, study how it's just ass, and then we'll regroup in a second. All right, I'm back. What happened? Anything good? Nope. Shitty PA still. You guys see how this is just, there's nothing. No fair value gaps forming. No liquidity being taken. It's just consolidation and nothingness. Tesla's at 372. Oh my goodness. Wow, guys, I'm up almost $1,500 on the day on Tesla. I don't know if I don't want to like reveal any numbers. Hold on, how do I do this? What's on this side? I think it's on this side. Tesla. Hope you guys can see that. It should be like $1,500 on the day. So crazy win. My Bitcoin is mooning. My Tesla's mooning. My two biggest positions, guys, are Bitcoin and Tesla. So you can imagine. And it's funny, like for me, what seems like a huge position is like pawn in the ocean for some of these traders and investors. It's wild. Like the average person would be pretty impressed with my like daily wins, but for the average stock market investor, it's garbage. Bitcoin pushing again. We should hit all-time highs again today. I wouldn't be surprised. Guys, who's still in this stream? I don't know. My streams have been pretty, I mean, the last few days I've had like 8 people in the stream. Today, not so much, but that's all right. Who's a real homie that's still in here? Or do I not know who it is? Do I not know the person? Bro. I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if we hit 380 today. I'm going to text some of my friends who are Tesla investors that took my advice and bought. Because, guys, there's nothing to, as far as trading is concerned, there's nothing right now. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. So now there's something to work with. Okay. This is the AM session still. So there's one 1 minute fair value gap that opened up here. So I'm going to label it in purple. Now, if we are able to get a sweep of either of these sets of liquidity, hopefully we go all the way down to London. If we are able to get a sweep of this liquidity or this liquidity, and then we get a reversal, guys, I think that'll be a great long. You always want to look for longs. Ooh, there's a big 2 minute though. Tough one, tough one. So really you want to wait for the 2, if I'm being honest. But this, once this inverses, we should potentially even be able to get to the 3rd standard deviation of the leg today. So wait for a sweep of liquidity, and then we can look for a long. But we'll be patient for now and see what we get. And I need you today, oh Mandy. Okay, so no liquidity sweep yet, guys. Is this bouncing from some high time frame PDRA that I'm missing? No, not really. Even on the hourly, we're bouncing from an order block, but there's not really any PDRAs, so it's a tough one for sure. See this wick, guys, on the 4 hour? I do not like that on Celsius. Hopefully this recovers, but not what you want to see if you're bullish. So we did not sweep any lows. We did sweep this low, right? So this could potentially be a manipulation to go up, but it's not great. We do have a tiny 1 minute fair value gap here that we have to be careful of. So I'm going to label this high right here. Sweet Caroline, bum bum bum. Good times never felt so good. Okay, guys, so we should get a sweep of one of these lows now, right, from the hourly. It is, I mean, we are technically in a bullish OB, but I still would like to see a sweep of the liquidity. It would also take us, I mean, ideally, we'd like to see us go down to London low, which comes from here. But there is no setup to get us there. So for now, we are just watching. Dude, Tesla is so strong. Even with this huge dump, we're still at 370, almost 374. Craziness. To believe there never was. I feel inclined. Okay, guys, so we did technically just sweep a little bit of liquidity to the downside. If we get this 2 minute inverse, I think this will be a great long back up to all-time highs. So let's wait for it. Okay, there was almost a liquidity sweep of that hourly level, or that 15 minute I was telling you guys about. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this does look kind of bearish, right? We do have this this low right here that we could potentially hit, but there is no setup here, guys. There's no fair value gaps that are inversing that I like. It's not obvious enough. To believe there never was. Ooh, okay. So guys, there is a tiny 2 minute fair value gap here. If you notice this, it's not so obvious, but we could use this to bounce. There's also a 3 minute right here. Is there a 5 minute too? Let's see. No. Okay, so we're bouncing out of a 3. Ooh, guys. This actually looks pretty good to me. This 1 minute fair value gap. I know it's not that obvious, but if we bounce out of this 1 minute after sweeping liquidity, I think it'll be pretty good. If we hold it, obviously. So far it is not a fair value gap. But this could be a good long. Right? It's a tiny 3 minute fair value gap. Not many people see it. It's a sweep of liquidity. This could easily bring us higher now. How's ES doing right now? ES is doing absolutely nothing in comparison to NQ. Look at this low volume PA on ES. Nobody trades ES anymore, guys. Nobody. It's pretty crazy. Excuse me. But yeah, so I'm only looking right now on the 3 and below because there's nothing on the 5. There is a tiny 1 minute fair value gap here, guys, but I would never take this for a setup. Basically, I'm looking for a strong bullish reaction out of this 3 minute fair value gap to look for longs, which we're getting right now so far. If you guys want to try something really suspect, this 2 minute is actually a decent inverse. Okay, guys, nah, never mind. I kind of want to chase along here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait for this 2 minute to close above, and then we'll target highs. To believe there never was. So we did just inverse this 2, guys. If you want to try a super high risk long, you could enter here. I'm not going to. But I think we'll probably come back to rebalance this 2 minute. So if you're in this long, guys, I would definitely move your stop to break even here. You do not want to see this just all of a sudden reject here, so be very careful if you're in longs. Again, we are getting a bullish reaction out of this 3, which I like, which is the thesis for my continuation to the upside. But I want to see this 2 minute close above. Or the 3 minute, whichever one you're more comfortable with. So you want to see this 1 minute fair value gap hold here. You do not want to see us close below. We want to see this be used as support to go higher. Okay, so there's technically a change in the state of delivery now, right? We were making lower highs and now we are making a higher high. Yeah, guys, this looks so bullish. So if this 2 minute closes above, guys, I will take this long. The 2 minute closes above, I will take it long. I don't know if it's even going to give me the entry, to be honest, but I really like this trade. We swept liquidity, bullish delivery out of a 3 minute fair value gap, and yeah, it just looks really good. Who else is going to take this long? Or are you guys all, what do they call them? Not NPCs. Are you all just like stream watchers? Are you trade copiers? Who's going to take this 2-minute inverse if it works to the upside? Anyone? Any takers? Or are you all just going to be quiet and not answer? Okay, so very bullish reaction still here. This candle closes in a minute. If you want, you can wait for the 3, whichever one you prefer. I'm okay with the 2. But this looks like it's going to close above, and if it does, then we will take this long and our take profits. I'm going to take 2 contracts, one at this high I'll leave, and the runner I'll leave to the 3rd standard deviation. To believe there never was. Tesla, my goodness. Okay, so it looks like we might be forming an order block here on the 2-minute. So if we get this to close right down here and then we get another close above it, if you guys want to short, I mean, if you want to front run the long, you can take it if the 2-minute order block forms here. And I feel inclined, bum, 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 to believe there never was. Ooh, big rejection here, guys. Not what you want to see if you want longs, but if this does form a nice wick, then I would be more inclined to believe that longs will continue. We could just be rebalancing this 2-minute. So you guys see how beautiful this model is? There is a set parameter you need to enter the trade. We need to see a close above this. If you want to front run it, it would need to be an order block, and then your stop would become a hard stop below the order block. I feel inclined to believe there never was. Okay, so we are still holding this 2-minute fair value gap, so we want to see a big, strong reaction out of it if we are to continue bullish here. If not, then not. Okay, guys, I'm going to get rid of these lines. Now that they have been used. So we just inversed this. We're about to inverse this 2-minute. So my guess is we'll probably go down to London lows now. And then hopefully we get a really good long setup from London lows. Hopefully. Let's see what happens here. But I don't lose hope on the bulls yet, guys. I think that we're still going to potentially have some great setups. Because now the PA went from really bad to now looking really good to me. So we'll see what happens. Guys, who's going to take this 2-minute if we get it? I've asked this already in the chat. Nobody's answering me for some reason. I don't know if you guys are shy or if you're just scared to put your neck on the line. But if this 2-minute closes above, who's taking a long? This is a really good setup. And if you guys are unsure why, you can ask me, or you can kind of state what you think about it, and I'll tell you what I think. But this is the setup right now. Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. So nobody in this chat. There's I don't know. There's like 3 or 5 people in here. I'm not really sure. I'm getting differing differing view counts, but for the 3 or the 5 of you that are in here, nobody's taking this long? You're all too scared? If you're in here, you probably are trying to learn futures, so it's not going to help you guys if you keep quiet. You're not going to learn anything unless you guys put your own thoughts down, and then you get humbled or you get corrected. Otherwise, you're literally just doing the same thing. You're just watching and not learning anything. Okay, so we did wick out of this 2-minute, guys, and we are potentially forming an OB here. So if you guys want to front run this long, I don't think this is a bad setup if we get a full-bodied green candle above this 2-minute OB. So we got a minute till the candle close here. I would have preferred the order block to form on the next candle, so the fact that we have a gap between it is not ideal. Oh my god, bro. So one of my friends, I've been telling him to enter Riot for like 6 months, okay? When Riot was at like $6, $7, $8. And now that Riot has had this massive push, he's trying to enter now at $13. Poor guy. I mean, it will probably still work, but just dumb to me. I don't understand. Okay, guys, so we still did not get the close on the 2-minute. We may get the 3-minute. Let me see here. Ugh. Why did my screen just freeze? Bruh. Okay, I think I have to exit out of NQ then. And then add it again. NQ chart. It just froze, guys. My bad. Am I still logged into my Tradeovate? All right, beautiful. Okay, so still no close above on the 2, but once we get it, or the 3, you guys can take it. Wow, everyone in this chat is lame. Nobody's answering. Nobody's communicating. Sad. Okay, so if we reject here, guys, and we come down and sweep this London low, that'll be even more A+ in my opinion. Hopefully we get that. Do 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 do. Okay, so guys, still we have rejections on the 2 and the 3. We want to see a nice 3-minute OB form and a close above, and that's when we will take the long. Guys, nobody's gonna take this trade? You're all just gonna sit by and watch me take it? If we get it? That's really sad. Okay, guys, we're being patient. There's no setup yet. I do see some potential order blocks forming on the 3-minute, right? But we need to see a 3-minute close above here to enter longs. And then I would honestly just hold. Stop to break even or a partial. I would move my stop to break even at this high. Then I would partial at this high and then leave your runner to the 3rd standard deviation of the leg. So guys, for the 3 to 5 people that are in here, nobody's taking the longs. Dude, why is my... Oh, my freaking screen is completely... Wait, what? Wait, what's going on with this screen, guys? Is my screen all messed up? What's up, Azee? Good morning, bro. Sorry if I'm looking dead at you guys on the screen. I'm just trying to resize my... Can you guys see the screen okay? Like, is the whole screen up? Just want to make sure that you guys can see everything. Okay, guys, so potential 3-minute forming here. Again, I want to see a close above. The close is in 2 minutes. And that's when I will enter the trade. If we get the close above. If not, then we're not entering anything. Yo, what's up, Greg? Good morning, bro. Guys, is anybody taking this 3-minute setup with me? Or is it just me? To believe there never was. Now, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, and the reason being is that we already swept high of day. But we are at all-time highs, so I like it. We already swept 2 levels of liquidity. We're bouncing out of a 3-minute fair value gap. To me, this is good enough for me to take on my live account. So if I was to take this, guys, hold on one second. Create limit order with 2 contracts. We're looking at a $400 loss to make 1,500 bucks. Damn, we didn't get the close on the 3. Now we have to wait another 3 minutes. That is so annoying. So if you guys want, you can enter here. We did form a 3-minute OB. I'm just not going to do it. I'd rather see the 3-minute close. And then watch for the reaction right above this high. Okay, guys, so we just... this is a tough one, guys. We did just sweep this internal buy side. There's no entry yet. The entry is in 2 minutes. Yeah, there's nothing yet, guys. Immediate dump after sweeping this internal high, so... Man, being patient, and we still not getting the setup that we want. So you guys have to be careful. When you see an internal high like this and it gets swept and immediately we displace downwards, not a good sign for longs. Now at this point, I would definitely need to see hopefully a red candle close and then another green candle close above. That would be like the ultimate setup back up. If we don't get that, I'll be a little bit more cautious about entering longs. And of course, we'd see a red down close candle on the 3 and then a green up close candle that also inverses the fair value gap. That's what I need to see. Because this could easily be the rejection zone where we just dump and take out more liquidity to the downside. So there's more that needs to happen here for me to confidently enter this long. Okay, so we have a few minutes till that close. My friend entered a riot like an idiot, and he is completely getting smoked on this trade. That is too funny, bro. People. Man. Okay, so we got a down close candle. I'd like to see a 3-minute up close candle and an inverse here. That's the only way I would like the long still. Otherwise, this is just going to be a 3-minute fair value gap that rejects us down to sell side, which is at London low. So guys, be super cautious. Do not long yet. You guys see how there's so many different things I'm waiting for. I want to see order blocks. I want to see a fair value gap closed above. I don't want to see lack of displacement at internal buy side. There's so many different things that allow me to enter this trade. And unless all the confluences are met, I don't enter. So see how this saved me a lot of money here? If you would have just tried to chase the entry here, you would have gotten smoked. That would be a $480 loss on 2 contracts. So okay, very nice dump here. Let me look at the 1 minute quick. 2 minute. Yeah, guys, if this 2 minute closes below right here, I mean, this could be a decent short. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to short it, but this is a decent short down to sell side. Candle closes in a minute, but so far we're holding the 2 minute fair value gap. Okay, guys, so the 2 minute candle closes in like 10 seconds. If you guys want to try a short, I think it's a lot higher risk. You can try the short, move your stop to break even at this low, and then hold it to this sell side on the hourly. Okay, so if you're in this short, stop to break even again at this low, and then I would hold it down to this hourly sell side. Okay, so we didn't sweep. We missed it by a tick. So if I were you guys, I would be moving my stop to break even on this trade. So you should get stopped at break even, right? Almost, not quite yet. Okay, maybe you don't get stopped to break even. Let's see. But it should be at the body of this candle is where your stop to break even would be. Unless you got a better entry. I don't know how you would have, but okay. So there you got stopped at break even on the trade. But that was a decent short. Do 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 do. Okay, so technically the trade has not, it's not invalid because we didn't sweep an internal low yet. The trade is invalid if we get a 2-minute close back above this fair value gap. So until that happens, this still technically could reject to the downside here. Greg, just looking, I'm trying to be patient. Yeah, Greg, just wait. Wait for me to give you guys again, you don't want to be a signal bot, but wait, I'm telling you right now, there's not a good setup forming right now. So just be patient, wait for liquidity. Like if this liquidity gets swept, it's London low, then we get a full-blown reversal, guys. This is going to rocket. So just be patient. You guys should get a really nice setup. Just wait. Exactly. Patience pays. Patience pays, guys. I actually posted this on X yesterday, but the highest ROI, the highest return on investment you can make as a trader is time. If you're just patient and wait for the right setups, you're going to get paid. No setup yet. No setup yet. You guys see how we bounce out of this 3-minute though? So this could be the low of the day. It's possible. If this 3-minute inverses, guys, I think this is a good long too. By the way, we swept this liquidity. Yeah, I like it. So let's see if we get it. We got 1 minute till this candle closes, a little bit less than a minute. So hopefully we get a strong reaction out of it. If not, we could dump to here, take out this sell side, and then get the long later. We'll see which one happens. You came and you gave without taking. Swept you away, oh Mandy. Okay, so far rejection. We might have to wait for the next 3-minute candle. And I need you. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait for the next 3, unfortunately. Hopefully this doesn't just rip without us. But first TP would be high of day, and then second TP would be up here at the third standard deviation. Ooh, this looks really good. Let me look at the, oh, this is a 2 minute. Wait, let me look at the 3. Ooh, that looks good too. That looks real good. Look at the 5 quick. Yeah, there's nothing on the 5. Yeah, guys, so if we get the 2 minute close, this will be really nice in my opinion, because it will also be a 3 minute close above. So, patience pays, guys. I think this will be a great setup. I would move, if we get the setup, I'd move your stop to break even at this high. You could take a partial here if you want, but I would hold till all-time highs. Or till high of day, which is all-time highs. Sweet Caroline. Ba-na-na. Good times never felt so good. So you're all being patient, right? Nobody's trying to take random trades here. Everyone's being patient like Greg. Did I take the macro times off here? What happened to my macro times? All right, so the next macro, guys, is at 10:50, obviously. Do I not have show macro time? Okay. Yeah, so we have a macro at 10:50, so we'll probably need to wait until that. Okay, very nice looking candle here. Hopefully we get a entry very close to the 2 minute. 10:34, so we got 45 seconds till the candle close, guys. 30 seconds till the candle close, give or take. Hopefully we get the entry. Who's taking this long with me if we get the 2 minute close above? Stop to break even at this high. Anybody? Five seconds, 10 seconds, I mean. Come on, give us the close. Damn, no close above, guys. That is unfortunate. So we have to wait 2 more minutes till the candle close. Man. Okay, so we are getting a rejection so far. Yeah, no close on the 3 minute either. Man, this is painful, guys. So, you see how much patience we require? We haven't taken a single trade since market open. To believe there never was. Reaching out, touching you. What a Tesla hit so far, guys. So there's still no close above. Highs of 375.43. Wild. Okay, nice rejection. So guys, hopefully we sweep this liquidity now, and then we get the move higher. That will be a great setup. It'll pair nicely with the 1050 macro. So basically we'd need a strong dump in the next 4 minutes. Ooh, okay, this is bullish. So if we form an OB here too, guys, along with a inverse for value gap, that's a great setup in my opinion. We still have a minute and a half until that happens, but we shall see. We shall see. So again, guys, if we get a 2-minute OB here, right, this down close candle, if we close above it with a full body, that's an order block, plus an inverse fair value gap. I will take a long, stop to break even at this high, first take profit at high of day, and then I will leave runners the second half up to the third standard deviation of the leg at 21,571.25. Only if we get this. Now, the best setup here, honestly, would be a sweep of this liquidity on the hourly. Ooh, that's a nice candle. And then the long. But if we get it here, that's fine with me too. Either one works. Okay, that is such a nice candle, guys. And we have 40 seconds till this candle closes. So hopefully it doesn't close too high up and we can take the long. Oh my goodness. Like really, the FOMO right now is real, but we need to wait for a close, guys. Oh my goodness. I think this might just run without me, but let's see. Okay, 10 seconds left until the candle close. Please close above, but not too high above. Oh my goodness. All right, guys, I'm front running this. It's too good not to. Stop to break even at this high, and then I'll leave. I'll take a partial here. So I'm going to sell one at this high. Right here. And then my secondary will be sold here. Okay, so we did get the close above, guys. Obviously. Again, stop to break even at this high. So let me look at the 3 quick. Yeah, the 3 had the 3 hasn't closed yet. Eek. That closes at 39, which is in a minute. 5 seconds. So we need to see a 3-minute close above as well here. Technically, but should close above here. All right, nice. So we got the 3-minute close as well. And yeah, now we just basically let the trade play out. We really want to see a bullish reaction from this 2-minute order block. Do 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 do. Uh-oh. Damn. That is not good. This might be a failed trade, guys. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to move my stop to this candle's low. It is what it is, but this should not have happened here. If we're bullish, we should not have seen this down close candle, obviously. So technically, this trade is still valid, guys. We have not gotten a 3-minute close below this fair value gap, but I have to protect my capital here. I can't just let it get smoked. To believe it never was. So this is an example of a failed IFEG, guys. Or maybe a failed IFEG, we'll see. Again, you don't win every setup. Okay? I'm not perfect. I'm not going to win every single trade I take. But if you really want to save this trade, you can wait for a 3-minute close back below here. But for me, I'm just protecting my capital because this should not have happened. All right, guys, so there's a loss on the day, unfortunately. But it is what it is. So 1L, and it was a pretty big L. That was like a $500 loss. So what I'm thinking is the only way I'll take another long here is if we sweep this London low and then we go up. Now, technically, this trade is still valid, guys, but I really did not want to see that reaction there. But technically, this is the final line in the sand. If the 3-minute closes below here, so it just closed. So I'm completely out of this trade. If you guys are in this, get out right now. I'm telling you. It's not worth it. And I think the reason probably that failed is that this 3-minute fair value gap never closed above, so it was still holding down price. What I think will probably happen now is a sweep of London low, and then we'll get the long later. So it is what it is, guys. Not every trade wins. And that was one of the losers. I think that's the first losing trade that I've had, like on an actual funded account on live stream in probably what, like a month. I don't think we've had a failed losing. I don't think we've had a failed IFEG setup in over a month, so it's fine. Bro, if this closes above and then goes, I'm gonna be pissed. So let's see if this ends up saving us or if it ends up hurting us. When I say saving us, meaning that the move collapses all the way down to sell side. And if I say hurting us, meaning it goes back up to buy side. We'll see which one happens. Looking at the 1-minute quick to see if there's anything. Nope. To believe that never was. Okay, so there is another setup here. I do like this one. We have a 3-minute OB and a 3-minute fair value gap. So if this closes above, we can try this stop to break even at this high. But we did not get the 3-minute close above yet, so I cannot take it. But this is probably going to work. Oh man, bro, that is such a shitty loss. I feel inclined. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, what I'm thinking, guys, this is probably going to be a nice short down to sell side. So study this, don't take it, but this should probably lead us down to these lows and then probably this low. If you are trying to take this, your stop to break even would be at this low. I don't think it's A plus, but you can try it. Okay, so again, guys, if you're in the short, stop to break even at this low, and then I would hold it till all this LRLR gets taken, and then maybe an upside trade later. But yeah, for now, there is nothing that I would take. This 3-minute PD array is the PD array that's holding down price, so once we get a close above this, guys, I think that will be a good long. We still are not in the 1050 macro, by the way. We still have 2 minutes until the macro time. Stop should be to break even on your short here. And I think this is probably going to sweep down to hourly low, if I had to guess. To believe there never was. I feel inclined. Bum, bum, bum. To believe there never was. So yeah, guys, this is the tough part of trading. You guys see that I waited all morning for a setup. I took a setup and I lost. So a lot of people, when they wait for hours or whatever amount of time, and then they take a setup and they lose, it drives them crazy. And then they end up going on tilt. They take other stupid trades. They lose more money trying to win back the money they lost. Don't be that person. Have emotional control. Have a model. I know my model works. And just because I took one loss, it's not going to throw off my entire game plan for how to make money in the future. Does that make sense? I'm not just going to let one bad trade completely throw off my game and make me go on tilt and take a bunch of trades. I know over time my model works. It has over a 65% win rate, about 20% break even. It's about 70% win, 20% break even, 10% loss. So that's part of the 10%. And yeah, it's the name of the game. What I can learn from that setup, guys, again, is that we had this 3-minute fair value gap here that was holding down price. But I allowed this 3-minute to be my entry. And yeah, I got stopped out for break even. It is what it is. And there is the low that I just talked about. And now let's see if we get a very bullish reaction here. This could be a good turtle soup. That I won't lie about. This could be the turtle soup that we're looking for. If this 2-minute, guys, so I know that we still have that 3-minute that's holding down price, but if this 2-minute inverses, I think this will be a good setup. But I want to see an immediate bullish reaction out of this low. Yeah, so we're already seeing a very strong wick, which I like. So this is kind of like that accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. That's what I'm looking for here. Okay, so we're now in the macro time too, guys. So this should be an A+ setup. We're in a macro. We swept London low. We have a perfect IFEG. We have low resistance liquidity above. We're at all-time highs, so should be A+. Okay, I like this reaction so far. Need to see a close above the 2, guys. If we get a huge bullish candle, I'll probably front run it. Yeah, guys, this looks so good. I'm not going to lie. Looks really good. I want to front run this, guys, but I can't. I just can't. Need to see a 2-minute close, guys. So this is going to be my second trade of the day. If I lose this, I will be completely done. You guys did see me take 2 scalps in the morning, but those are like tiny little trades. These are full-size positions now. And yeah, if this trade loses, I will be done for the day. But if this 2-minute closes above, guys, I will take it long. First take profit at high of day, second take profit at this high. Okay, so we've got another minute until this candle closes. Oh, it looks so good. 30 seconds till the candle close. Okay, nice reaction. I want to see a full-bodied close above here. No close above yet, guys. No close above yet. No close above yet. Too bad we don't want the same things. Oh my. Wow, they're making this so tough, guys. The FOMO. So any trader that tells you they don't experience FOMO is lying to you. Right now, this is for me a period of FOMO. Why? Because I think based on market structure that this is going to close above on the 2-minute, but I can't click the button until the 2-minute close happens, right? And so there's a chance here that it's just going to rocket past the 2-minute fair value gap, and my entry is going to be really bad. So it makes me want to front run the trade. But I know from the past on these days where I've had a initial losing trade, first of all, my FOMO is greater. And second of all, typically, if I lose a long, then the market is not necessarily bullish. Because if I lose a long, if after waiting patiently, a lot of the times I am wrong about market structure. So I know that from my past data that if I take a loss, especially a long, and then I take another long if it's a FOMO trade, every time I lose it. So I can't click this button right now unless I get a 2-minute close above. Do you understand that? But the FOMO comes in because I fear that if I don't click it now, the trade is going to run without me. Because sometimes that happens, but you can't let that get to you. Do you guys understand? So I'm giving you guys authentic feelings as a profitable trader. This happens to me still. To this day, I still get the FOMO. So you guys have to understand that. But I know this emotion. I know what types of days this happens to me, like today. And so I know that I can't just click the button, even though I want to, because I know my data tells me that when this happens, it leads to a loss on the second trade if I click the button early. So you guys got to be super, super, super careful, okay? And this is why I love backtesting, and I love seeing my past data. I use TradeZell, if you guys don't know what that is. It's a backtesting system and a trade tracker. And I know that this type of day, I either lose one and FOMO, or if I'm patient, I lose one and I win the next. So it's up to me as to how I handle my emotional state. And so in this type of day, I don't FOMO click early because I know most of the time it leads to a loss. So I will not click this button long until we get a 2-minute close above the IFVG. Got it? So what I'm thinking is happening here is we're coming down to rebalance the bottom of the fair value gap, and then we'll form a nice order block. Too bad we don't want the same thing. Okay, so see why this is the type of time where I would have lost, right? I had a $500 loss here on 2 contracts. Then I would have tried to FOMO this, and I would have gotten stopped out right here. And that would have been probably another like $400 loss for a $900 loss in the day, and I would be done, right? So I know from the past that this is the spot where I lose. And then later on, a really nice setup forms, and I can't take it because I've already lost twice in the day. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I'm just going to the bathroom, and then I'll be right back. right, guys. This looks good. I like this reaction. On the 1 minute, we have a volume imbalance here. It's tiny, but it's there. So, yeah, basically we need to wait for the 1104 candle to form. That'll also create an order block if we get it, and then we will take the long. But until then, no longs, guys. Who else is going to take this 2-minute IFEG setup? Anybody? Let me know in the chat. Okay, I like this wick. But again, we have 2 minutes until 1 minute now until this candle fully forms. So I'd love to see it to be fully green. That is the only way I will take the setup. If you guys really want to be a little bit more conservative, you can wait for the 3 minute to close above. Up to you. Yo, for the 5 people that are in here, nobody's taking this IFEG. So I have a loss on the day, and obviously if you guys took that, you are probably sad. But are you guys going to allow the... Oh, there's 7 people watching this? So if you guys... Obviously, if you took the first one, you might be sad, but are you going to allow a losing trade to impact your second trade of the day? If you guys have a model that you know works, does a losing trade affect your confidence in your ability to take a second trade? That's what I want to know. Because if that is the situation with you, you don't have a model. You have an emotional trade-based system. If it's not based on data, okay, Kay's going to take it. Again, guys, you have to be confident in the trade, right? If you don't know, if you're not confident in your model, then obviously you're not going to want to take something like this. But for me, I am confident in the model, and I think it's worth it. But again, it's up to you guys on your system. If your system is emotion based, then no, you're not going to take the secondary trade because you already lost once and you're like, oh, I can't take a second trade. But if your system is data based and you know that your model works, then I don't think you would have an issue. And that's why I don't. But again, I'm waiting for my system to give me an entry. There is no entry here. The system is not showing me that we are bullish. We're still making lower highs. Dum de dum de dum doo 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 dee 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 dum doo. So of everybody in here, K is the only one that wants to take it. Interesting. If you guys aren't taking this trade, I want to hear why. What do you not like about it? Is it because the IFEG setup is not your model? Is it because you lost a trade already? Is it because you're too scared? What is your reasoning behind it? If you're watching this and you're not taking this IFEG, I want to hear what your reasoning is behind it. I will let you guys know this. We do have a 1 minute fair value gap right here. So because of the potential bearishness on the day, let's say we close up here on the 2 or the 3 minute. Once this hits, I'm moving my stop to break even. Because if we are truly bearish today, we'll use this 1 minute to reject and go down again. So that's just to protect my capital, and that is just based on experience. Okay. Wow, guys, nobody wants to give any input, huh? Kay's the only one who's willing to put his neck on the line. Reputation on the line, I mean. Greg, Aziz, nobody else is going to explain why or why not they're taking this? If you risk, then you earn or you learn. One of the two. If you risk, you earn or you learn. Let me look at Nike quick, guys. Ooh, so we're potentially breaking out of this bull flag now, but I want to see much stronger reaction than this. But it looks like we may break out here. Again, we might have another consolidation leg where we come down and then we get it later on in the month, but it's possible. Okay, guys, so no entry yet. No entry yet. I repeat, no entry. But you guys can see we are still holding this tiny 3-minute fair value gap here. We swept liquidity. We're in a macro time. I'd rather it have delivered already, but that's fine. It still can still deliver. And yeah. So it is currently 11:08. So there's only 2 minutes left of this macro. Aziz, do you note how price is inverting from first 9:30? Aziz, you keep mentioning the 1 minute IFEG at 9:30. I don't care about that. Like, if you use that model, then fine. But I don't. But if you guys are looking at the 9:30 candle, there is no 1 minute IFEG at the 9:30 level. There's no fair value gaps that formed at market open, guys. So I don't know what you're talking about. The first fair value gap that formed was at 9:49, and it is technically holding down price, but we did close above it. So if you guys use the first 1 minute fair value gap in your model, great. I don't. But it's up to you. Okay, guys, so still nothing. Still nothing. What I do know is this 3-minute fair value gap. This is what's holding down price right now. But since we swept liquidity, I take this with less value now. Now that London low has been swept, if we get an IFEG here, I think it will work to the upside. I think that this will be completely disrespected. But until I see the IFEG, I don't take a setup. And there's a possibility, guys, that like right now we're going to have huge green candles. I'm just letting you know. I've seen this happen before. If you look at the 1 minute, I have seen a situation where this just goes boom and just rockets. So keep that in mind. If you hear it, if it happens, you heard it here first. So I'm looking for a big bullish reaction here. If we get it, then we will go long. Ideally, we get it on the 3-minute chart. We have an order block, 2 order blocks that formed here on the 1 minute. Again, I've seen situations where even after the macro, we have huge runs. We do have another macro, guys, at 11:50, but that is about 40 minutes away. So this could be accumulating. This could be accumulation for longs. Okay, I like this reaction so far. Oh, we have 3 minutes till the close of this candle. If you guys want, you can try it on the 2. I think I'm going to try it on the 2, guys. Damn. I think I need to buy this here. Ah, damn, this is such bad FOMO, guys. Such bad FOMO. Gotta wait for the candle close. We have another minute now. So test your brain now. Can you wait 60 seconds? Well, if you did, good for you. Because you might have gotten saved there. You guys see all this LRLR forming? Okay, so no close on the 2-minute, it looks like. Maybe we get a big push here, I don't know. But if we get it on the 2, I will enter. So nothing on the 2. Now we're waiting for the 3, guys. Okay, guys, complete rejection, so no inverse yet. Yeah, guys, I'm looking at Dodgy's X. He posted the same IFEG that I did, the short, but he paper traded it. He didn't take it with a live account. Oh, okay. Nice reaction here on the 3. Ooh, I like this. I like this, guys. We have 2 minutes till the candle closed, though. Guys, you can't FOMO in, unfortunately, but this does look good. If we get a 3-minute close above, I do like this. Oh, guys. Oh my goodness. Wow, the FOMO is so real. Okay, guys, I'm front running this. I'm going to move my stop to break even at this high, and I'm going to have my stop at this low. Take profit 1 here. And yeah. And then second take profit up here. Okay, guys, once we get into this 1-minute FEG, I will move my stop to break even because of my risk on the day. You guys see that purple box above me, that woman IFEG? That's where I'm moving my stop to break even. Just in case we reject from it. I have to protect my capital, guys. Did it not hit? Come on, market gods. Just breeze through it like it's nothing. All right, guys. My stop is at break even, and I'm basically praying that it's just going to smoke through it. Look at that. Up 300. Again, my first sell. I'm going to take one profit here, guys. Just in case. That way I can lock in some profits. And then we'll leave the rest. I'm gonna take the second one at all-time highs. I'm not even gonna go for the third standard deviation. I have to get my money back today. So that's what I'm gonna do, guys. Up 380, up 400. Patience pays, ladies and gentlemen. See that? How we waited. Now we have a $500 loss in the day, and we should get at least a $500 win here to at least get back our capital on the day. So you have to think everyone that's short here has their stop above this high and this high. If you guys want to take a partial at this high, you're welcome to. I am not going to. Who took the trade, guys? Who front ran it? Front run it. Front run it. Who front ran it? K took it. Let's go, K. So guys, it's a free trade now. You don't have to worry. If it loses, it loses, but I don't think it will. I think we're going to hit high of day again today. But if I'm wrong, right? I'm going to take a partial at that first internal high and then leave the rest. Should I go a tick below, guys? I think maybe I'll take it here. Oh, hold on. I have to modify my order. So I'm going to take one before the high just in case we reverse, and then I'll leave the rest to run. Oh, so we are getting a rejection right at this high, but I don't think it's going to reverse here. I think we're going to go higher. Okay, I like that push. Let's take out 21,534.75. So nobody else took this trade, huh? Just K. Everyone else is here is quiet. Maybe you guys are just hoping that I fail secretly. I'm telling you guys, I very rarely lose 2 trades in a row. Very rarely. I think the last time I lost 2 trades in a row, like real trades, not like scalps, was probably 6 months ago. And, oh, I just missed my take profit, bro. By a tick? What is that? Come on, hit my take profit before dumping here. Come on, Ming. Come on, Ming. Oh my goodness. Come on. Boom! All right, guys. So that's one, and then my stop is going to be on at break even on the second. I'll move it a little bit higher, and yeah, we're just going to wait for high of day. You guys see how patience pays? Wow. Height. Ooh, very nice. All right, so that first internal high got swept there, and now we're going to leave the rest for high of day, guys. If you guys want to take a partial at this high, you're welcome to. Guys, should I just take it here and call it a day? What do you think? Guys, I think I'm going to take it at the second high and call it a day. Lock in my tendies. And yeah, because this will be still be a big win if this high hits, so. And that way I don't have to worry about retracements, and I could just get off scot-free today. So I'm moving it to this internal buy side, guys. Just so I can be done on the day, not have to worry about retracements. And yeah. Did I literally not tell you guys I've seen this model happen before where you just get a bunch of green candles and rip through the LRLR? You guys gotta listen. Guys, if you're in the stream, make sure you like it. It helps the algorithm, and hopefully other people will be able to learn this model, and it'll change their life, hopefully. Change my life, so. Isn't it so fun, guys, just to have your stop at break even and watch your trades run? I think it's beautiful. Like, what other setups do you get where you can have your entries down here and just let a trade run like this? Most people don't have a model that can efficiently do this like day in and day out. I think it's actually insane. So I've booked half my profits, guys, and now we're just waiting, hopefully until new high of day, but I'm going to take it off at the second internal high here just in case we reject. I'm not seeing any 1 minute fair value gaps that are blocking price. This is tiny, but I doubt that this, I mean, that is really small, but hopefully this is not the rejection point. If it is, guys, we're going to get stopped on the second half of the trade, but that is fine. Tony says, nice trade. I can't log in daily because I'm at work, but I'm always lurking. Have to jump on my phone to comment. Nice, bro. Tony, I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, I know it's tough when you're working a 9 to 5 because you have to be able to look at the screens and stuff, but this is why I think, Tony, for people like Tony, the swing trades are the best thing you can do because you don't have to be active on the charts, and you can get a signal. Like I just called out Nike, guys, if you didn't see. But I think Nike is set up to rocket from here. So if you buy here, Nike set a hard stop at $75, and this trade will probably play out over the coming weeks. So for people like Tony, if you guys are in the Discord, I think that those are the setups you should look for. Swing trades where you don't have to actively look at the charts every morning, and you can just click a button and basically let the trade play out. So, but I appreciate the kind words, Tony. So you guys see this tiny 1 minute here, how we never closed above it. I mean, we did right here, but now we're dumping. So we could trade into this one and then go higher, but I'm okay with getting stopped out on the second half of my position, guys. Hopefully it pushes, though. I still have faith that we go higher here, but that's why I lock in profits just in case, so that we're not, working so hard and not booking any profits. That is what probably tilts me the most, is when you wait for a setup, you get a lot of profits and then you lose all of it because you fail to take a partial. I think that's the most triggering for me. Not even losing a trade after waiting for hours. It's seeing green on the screen and then allowing all the green to go to 0. Okay, so hopefully we inverse this 1 minute fair value gap right here, and it takes us to the second high. So far we're rejecting it, but hopefully we are able to close above it before my stop loss hits. Okay, I like this reaction so far, guys. Want to see a nice 1 minute close above here. So guys, if this take profit hits, we should be up about 500 on the day. Actually 300 because I had a scalp that lost. And again, 300 is not one of my bigger days, but it's still good. If we get the win. If not, we'll be probably close to break even on the day, which is fine. Okay, I'm not in it to win every single day. I'm in it to take A+ setups. And if I do that every single day, I know that over time I'm going to be far in the green. Right? Part of winning big is holding runners. And sometimes you lose on those runners, but when the runners hit, you end up making a ton of money. So Okay, so what I'm basically allowing for here, guys, is a trade into these two. So we could trade back into the IFVG or this 1 minute fair value gap. We could come down and then trade higher. That's basically the last allowable thing. So for me, my sell stop is just below those. Now, there is a chance that we come down and we wick and stop me out and then go higher, but this does look pretty good. This 1 minute long right here, it seems to me like, okay, so we closed above. I think, guys, I'm going to move my stop below this low because we should not come back down here if we are bullish. I'd rather just get out for a big win rather than holding and then getting stopped out for lower. Right, we inverse this 1 minute, so I think this should drive us higher if it's going to today. Otherwise, I'm just going to get stopped out, and that's fine. Up in the name of love, 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 love. We're just one big family. So we closed above on the 1 minute, and now we just closed below it by a tick. Yeah, so we're probably going to go back down to the internal low and stop me out, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Wow, if this holds, guys, that's going to be crazy. If this holds, oh my goodness. That would be so funny. I don't think it is. I mean, it might, but wow. Jeez, guys, I can't believe it. Let's see if this candle, 1-minute candle, holds up here. Wow. And we're forming an OB here. Not quite an OB yet. Wow. Okay, guys, so this looks good. I think this will probably drive us higher now, but I'm going to move my stop now to the body of this candle, the low, and I'll just let it run. If I get profits, I get profits. Otherwise, it is what it is, right? Because this order block should not close below again. If we're truly bullish here, then this order block should hold on the 1-minute chart. And then once we hit this high, guys, I will move my stop to the top of the order block. Hopefully it holds, guys. I'd love to make $600 instead of $300 or $250 or whatever, but we'll see. And yeah, guys, so if we are truly bullish here, the mean threshold of this order block should hold. We shouldn't go much further than that. All right, so I got stopped out of my second position. We're probably up like what? I made like 500 on the first set plus 250, 750. So we're probably like close to break even on the day. But that's part of trading, guys. You're not going to have home runs every day, right? If I didn't take those stupid scalps in the morning, I would be up close to $300, but it is what it is, right? So if we were truly bullish on this leg, this should not have closed below. So that tells me we're probably going to go back down into this 1-minute fair value gap. And then maybe we get to push higher afterwards. But I'd rather lock in profits, guys, and I hope that makes sense for you. Be right back. All right. So you can see here we just took out this liquidity. Ooh, this little woman, it doesn't look bad, guys. If you guys want to try like a scalp here, you can. If this woman inverses, we should go higher here. See how we swept liquidity, we traded back into the IFVG, and now we're running higher. So okay, so we actually rejected the 1-minute, and now we should trade into this 1-minute for value gap. If we deliver from this 1-minute, guys, and then we get a huge bullish candle here, I think this is a good long. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. So, guys, of all the people in here, I know Tony is, he's kind of lurking while he's working. The only person who took that long with me was Kay. So the only people that are making money today are me and Kay, huh? By the way, if you hear barking, guys, that is my dog. Yeah. Just don't be frightened. All right, so this is now a trade into the 1 minute here. My expectation is that this acts as bullish PA to bring us higher. Again, just because I expect it doesn't mean it's going to happen. I'm not just going to blindly long this 1 minute. But if I'm right, it should deliver us higher here. Oh, in the name of love. Oh. Okay, so we actually are reacting not bearishly yet from this, but this should be the low. I did not want to see the market trade lower than this. If you guys are 2022 model longers, we do have a breaker here with a fair value gap, so this is a good entry for longs IMO. If you're a 2022 model trader. I am not, so let's look at the 5 quick. Yeah, so you guys see here we have, well, actually on the 3, nope. Pretty much just the 1. No, on the 3 we have it too. Right, we have a low, high, lower low. This is a breaker right here and a fair value gap. So this is pretty much an A+ entry if you're looking for a 2022 model long. But we'd have to see this 3-minute fair value gap hold, right? So we have a tiny 1-minute FVG here, but you can see that a lot of PD rates have been violated to the downside, so definitely would be more cautious with longing here. Okay, very nice reaction so far from this 2-minute. So guys, if you are bullish here, this is like the final line in the sand. right? We have a 2-minute FVG within a breaker. This is where you would really need to be longing from. And you'd need to be praying that we don't close below. The reason I don't like taking the 2022 model is that you're basically like begging that it's gonna close above. So this is the entry though, and we are getting a bullish reaction, which I like. Look at the 5-minute again. So the 5-minute is holding, guys. And we do have another tiny 5-minute right here. So if we react bullishly out of this 5-minute, right, which we're still holding right now, and then we inverse this 5, I think that's another great long. Okay, so nice reaction out of the 5 here, guys. Nice reaction out of the 5 and the 2. So I do think if you guys are looking for a long, this is decent risk. Your buy would be here, stop loss below this low. But that's up to you guys. We already took the A+ setup. I'm out of the trade. If you guys want another entry, then this is not half bad. But be aware that there is more risk now than there was earlier. Because we already took out some internal highs here, right? We took out this high. We haven't taken out this one yet, but still, we took out an internal high, so the risk for longs is higher now. Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Okay, guys, this looks pretty darn good. I'm not gonna lie. If this 1-minute inverses, you guys can try another long. Stop to break even in that secondary, or at that second internal high, which is right here. So this high, I would move your stop to break even if you're gonna try another long. All right, we're delivering from an internal fair value gap, inversing a 1 minute. Still looks good for longs. How does a 2 minute look here? 3 minute. And we're about to inverse a 5, guys. Ooh, this looks so good. Guys, I might take another long with 1 contract, not 2, to try and get back the secondary. See if we get a 1 minute close above here. So far, it's a rejection, obviously. You can see that. Wow, huge rejection on that 1 minute, guys. Okay, nice reaction here on the 1. So if this closes above, guys, this will be a nice order block, and I'll try this long. But if we don't get an OB and a 1 minute fair value gap close above, I won't take it. Ooh, very nice reaction here. Okay, guys, I'm itching for another long here. I'm going to take the profit of this on this high and stop to break even at this high if we get it. Candle closes in like 10 seconds. Hopefully it gets a full green candle here. I need to see a 1 minute IFEG, guys. So no 1 minute IFEG, no entry for me. See, guys, why I don't take this trade yet? I need to see a 1 minute close above the fair value gap. There was no entry, so. Guys, I'm still waiting for this 1 minute close. If we do, I'll take another NQ contract. Because so far this is still bullish, but I need to see a bullish reaction, obviously, right? You guys can see the 1 minute fair value gap here. We're delivering from this 1 minute fair value gap and the 2 minute, which is labeled on the 2 minute chart. But we're delivering from a 2, and we're potentially forming a order block here, probably on the 3 minute. Yeah, so if we get a 3 minute order block plus a 1 minute IFEG, this will be a great long setup in my opinion. But until we get the 1 minute IFEG, I can't take the long. We are in a macro now, so it should happen now if it's going to. Yeah, in the name of love. So guys, still nothing, so we're just gonna sit and be patient, right? Boring. Boring, boring, boring. Did you guys see that Donald Trump he posted congratulations congratulations Bitcoiners 100,000 you're welcome as if Trump is the reason. I mean, to be fair, if Kamala was elected, he probably wouldn't have if Bitcoin probably wouldn't have hit 100K when it did. But yeah, the audacity. He definitely has a big ego, that's for sure. But he's a boss. Okay, so a decent reaction here. Guys, again, if we get a strong 1 minute candle, we get a close above this fair value gap, that is the entry for me to go long. I will do it with 1 contract because I've already traded with 2, and that will be my last trade on the day. We're in a macro here. It's 11. It's basically 12 o'clock, so we got 10 minutes left, 12 minutes left of the macro. So the trade would look like this, guys. Entry hopefully will be like right here. Stop loss will be to break even once this internal high hits, and then we will take profits at this high. Stop loss, of course, will be a 1 minute close back below the IFEG. Let me look at the 5 quick. We also have a 5 minute IFEG here, so ideally we want to see this closed above as well. And technically, if this 5 minute close, oh, this is really nice, guys. So if we get a 5 minute close here, we have a minute left. So it's going to be a 5 minute and a 1 minute close. This is going to be super bullish, guys. So I'd love to see it on this candle. This is where I want to see the entry. 30 seconds left. Ooh, this is so tempting to front run, guys. All right, I'm in. It's going to be a hard stop, guys. I think this is going to run to minimum here. Ugh, I don't like that wick. Okay, we need to see a close here on the 1 minute. Okay, so we're not going to even get the close. Guys, once that internal high hits, my stop is being moved to break even. Still didn't hit. So we got a 5 and a 1 minute close above here. So again, my stop is going to be a 1 minute close back below the fair value gap. It's not going to be a hard stop anymore because we did get the close above. So hopefully this forms a 1 minute order block, guys. Okay, I like that wick. So again, once that internal high hits, guys, I'm going to move my stop to break even. I'm talking about this internal high right here. Okay. Wow, my computer is really lagging out. Damn. Need this to hold, guys. Okay, I like these wicks. Hopefully they hold. Okay, guys, again, once that internal high hits, stop to break even. So we just formed triple equal highs, which I like. Okay, guys, my stop is at break even here. Because we just basically closed above this high, so I'm not going to risk it. And I got stopped out. That's all right. Okay, so that is my final trade of the day, guys. It probably will still go, if I had to guess, but I am not trying to get destroyed. We had an excellent trade, and we tried the secondary one, and it got stopped out for break even. So that is part of the 20% of trades that get stopped at break even. It is what it is, but again, everything now is a lot higher risk. So yeah, I'd rather protect my capital than potentially win, but also potentially get smoked. So this is technically an invalid trade now because we hit the next internal high that formed. So this could reverse here. I don't think it will. I think it will still go up, but that doesn't matter to me now. But we can watch it and see what happens. I think after this macro time ends, we'll be done for the day, guys. And I will end the stream. But let's see if we actually get the win here. So if you guys are degenerates and still holding this, your stop to break even should definitely be when this high hits. Okay, so your stop should be to break even here for sure. And if you get stopped, you get stopped. If not, you're going to have a big win. Take your profits at this high or at this high, whichever you prefer. Man, that sucks that we got stopped out, but it's fine. Let's see if it runs. Yeah, guys, this looks like it's going to run. Damn, we got stopped out by a tick. So annoying, but it's all right. It's part of the game, guys. It's part of the game. Please, guys, if you're in this, move your stop to break even. And you might get stopped out for break even anyways here. Wow, almost by a tick it missed the break even. No, actually, your stop should be to this high was the break even, by the way, guys. So technically this is a losing trade, but it will probably go now. Not a losing trade, a break even trade, sorry. So we did get the 5-minute inverse here, guys. It still looks good for longs. Still really looks good. All right, guys, I'm going to be done here. But yeah, I wish you guys the best. If I see anything other A+, I'll call it in the live callouts in the Discord. But yeah, you guys should have had a great day. Either break even or big wins, depending on what you took. And yeah.